All right. Oh, I guess I can move up a little bit here. Pushed it back because I thought it was too far back. There we go. So I found a nice quote for today by John O'Donohue. He says, "The blessings for which we hunger are not to be found in other places or people. These gifts can only be given to you by yourself. They are at home at the hearth of your soul." So I guess that's kind of along the lines of self-care and loving yourself and things like that. So I guess we can ask the question, what do we hunger for? What is our heart's desire? Where do we want to be? What needs to change? This is a year, this is a 5-year, which 5 is the number of change numerologically, change being one of its attributes. So we can expect change this year. But we can just make it our own, make it good changes that we want. And if we know what we want, some people don't, some people know instantly, but we'll just see where we're at as we move through our bodies in our yoga poses, starting with centering. Just letting go of what's on your mind or what's causing a pain in your back or your neck. Or one teacher I knew said, whenever you have a pain in your neck, ask yourself, who is it? Because it can happen that way. Just allow yourself to come into your sacred space now. The hearth of your soul, the place where the embers are always burning, always glowing. Focus on your breath. See how it feels as it flows in and out. And as you lower down deeper into your inner self, what do you feel? What feelings come up for you? A lot of times when we're in our centering mode, just feelings of joy and connectedness come. So, how is it for you today? Notice your body, muscles and joints. Muscles around your head, your face, your jaw, your neck and your throat, your shoulders, arms and hands. Are your hands fidgety or calm? Notice the area around your chest and your heart, your sternum, your upper back, those trapezius muscles inside the scapula. Notice your abdomen, your low abdomen, the waist and around your ribs in the back and down into your sacrum, your hips, down into the pelvic floor and the groin, your psoas muscles, thighs and hamstrings. Check in with your knees, your shins and calves, ankles and feet. And just to attune to breath, bring palms together in front of your heart and start with your deep breath. Exhale, arms down, out to the side, and breathe them up overhead. Palms together and back down again. Just a few circles with your breath. One more round, coming down and out to the sides, up overhead, and palms in. All right, so we'll start with our snake sway. My snake has a hold of a feline assistant here. I thought I had shut her upstairs. The door's closed, so now she's shut downstairs. I'll have to take her up and say hello, everybody. Okay. All right, and then bring your arms into movement, your shoulders, and continuing with your sway, loosening up in your spine. And then just bring both arms up overhead, reach, press up, press down in your hips and reach up through your shoulders, your arms, your fingers. Ah, claws. And just lean forward, come down over your legs and stretch. Take your fingers, just spider walk your fingers forward. Take in some deep breaths. And as you exhale, let out any tension that's possibly stuck inside your body. And then lift up out of your stretch forward and come around, bringing palms behind you and just open the chest and shoulders. Lift your chin. Arch to the back. All right. And just take your legs out to the side, shake out your knees. And circle around in your ankles. If you need support, just put your hands behind your hips or thighs. Reverse their circles in your ankles. And then bend your left knee, just pull your heel back to your hip and straighten it out and point your toe, pull it in. Keep the knee pressing open and slide it out and point your toe, pull it in and point. Now bring it in, forward and stretch it out forward and just loosen up in the hip. Take your legs side to side, all the way across the center line of your body. You can get a little bit of a twist here if you want to. And then bring it back to the floor. Sit up on your sitting bones. Face your leg and breathe your arms up overhead. Reach tall. Pull back. Exhale and come down over your leg. Just pause there. If you want to stretch your calf more, you can flex your foot and press through the heel. But breathe and lengthen in your spine. Exhale into the stretch. Keep both hips down. And breathe. Exhale, relax. And again, let any tension out, any frustration, any aggravation, anything you want to let go of, just release it on the exhale. Press your leg down against the mat. And then walk your hands back up your leg. Bring your palms behind you and bend your right leg. Bring the heel in towards the hip and slide it out. Point your toe. Bring it in and out. Exhale as you stretch. Bring it in. Open the knee and stretch it out. Stretch it out. and reach. Now bend it in, bring your leg in front of you and lift it up in front and start to take it side to side, kind of making an arc. You can see all your waving legs out there. Good job. And then bring it back. Sit tall on your sit bones and face your leg. Breathe your arms up overhead. Pull back with an inhale. Exhale and just reach forward. Come down over your leg. Press your leg into the mat and press the back hip, your left hip down. Breathe and relax. Relax your leg. Relax into the stretch. And then walk your hands back in and just come into center and bring your palms behind you. You can come onto the inside of your finger pads. Spread your fingers out. Lift yourself slightly off the floor and press yourself in between your feet. Just see if you can widen your stretch a little bit and roll side to side to feel that stretch increase. And then swing both legs around. Come onto hands and knees into a puppy stretch. And just come forward, bringing your hips forward. Lengthen away from your legs and pull back into puppy. And pull forward. Release your hips towards the floor. Open the chest a little bit more, shoulders. And pull back. And then come up. And then we're going to come down onto our backs for a moment with your knees bent. And let your feet out just a little bit. We're going to lift up and reach for one foot or ankle and lower down. And then the other side and lower down. And then you can pick up the pace if you want a little more challenge. You can also step your feet a little further away from your hips. And remember to breathe. You inhale as you relax down on the floor. Exhale as you reach. And then relax your body down onto the floor. Bring your feet a little closer together. Take your right leg over, cross it over your left leg. Open your arms out to the side. We'll come into a twist. Initially with the feet on the floor, take in your breath and exhale the knees over to your right, keeping shoulders down, and take your head opposite the knees. And lower your hips down, bringing your legs back up. Switch, cross the left leg over. Take in your breath. And take your knees over to the left, shoulders down. Turn your head to the right, opposite your knees. Relax your shoulders here. Let them soften and open on the floor. And then roll your sacrum back down onto the floor and uncross. And again, take the right leg over. This time, breathe as you bring your knees into your chest. Exhale, take your knees over to the left and look away to the right. Keep shoulders down. Your feet are going to monitor and gauge the speed, the pace that you lower your knees. So just see how it feels. Expand your ribs when you take in your deep breath. And now roll your hips back onto the floor, your sacrum, letting your knees come up, and take your left leg over. Take in a breath and bring your knees towards your chest. Exhale, knees over to the right, and rotate your head to the left. Allow your legs to relax. But you have full control here. Your arms and your feet pressing into the ground will gauge your movement so that you can stay safe and still get a nice opening stretch. And roll your hips back onto the floor and uncross your legs. Bring your hands next to your hips. Slide your feet out slightly, taking a breath. Exhale, lift your arms and reach forward. See if you can roll up into sitting. And release, come onto the balls of your feet. Work your toes a little bit more. And slide your hands forward. We'll come into a plank. You can step your feet back. You can hop back. Come into a full plank. And start to bend your elbows. Lead with your chest, lower down. Just go part way and press back up. Plant your feet into the mat. Press through your heels, taking a breath. Exhale, lead with the chest. Lower down into chaturanga. And now lower your body onto the floor. Tops of the feet and hips press into the ground. Lift up into cobra, but without using your hands. Just your body, your back. And lower down. And breathe back up. Press legs and pubic triangle into the mat. Lift and lower down. One more. Breathe on your way up. Now press down on your hands. Lift and just wiggle your way up into cobra. Pubic triangle is still on the floor. Toes under, downward facing dog. And just come up onto the toes and then press your heels down. Lift up onto your toes. Lower heels down. Crackle, crackle. You getting any crackles with your ankles? Lift up, inhale. Exhale, lower heels down and hold. Press the shoulders down. Now walk your feet right under your hips and then take them out to the side. Turn your heels out and toes in and press your hips up towards the ceiling. Walk your hands in for a deeper stretch. So you determine how far in you want to go. Lower down as you want to stretch, making another triangle. You can separate your feet further, tilt your hips up a little bit more. Lower down into your stretch. Now we'll walk our hands over. It'll be your left leg, head to knee. Take in your breath. Exhale down over your leg. And then walk your hands over to the other side. Facing your right leg, take in your breath. Exhale and come down, head to knee. And then bring your hands back into center. Step your feet in, hop your feet in. However you want to do that, you can bend your knees and hop in. And lift your arms up. Reach for the sky. And step forward on your mat. Now just bring your left hand over your heart, either your chest or your sternum. Get comfortable in your clothes first. And then bring your right hand over your navel area, a hand in the low abdomen, and then thumb over the navel. And just pause. And since this is a numerological 5-year, which is change, just ask yourself for a moment, What do I want to change in my life? What do I want more of? What do I want less of? Who do I want in my life? Who is it time to let go of? How do I want to relate to myself? What will bring me greater joy? And then with feet just hip width apart for warrior one, we'll breathe our arms up overhead next to our ears. Soften and take your left leg back into warrior one. Reach. And you can work with vinyasa if you wish to loosen up a little more in the knee and thigh, hip. Now bring your left hand once again over your sternum and right hand over the low abdomen. Now imagine your hands are touching the hearth of your soul, and take whatever's in there. Bring your arms back, bring whatever that is, and thrust it into the universe. Bring your arms back into arrow. Bring palms together into prayer hands and come down into your prayer twist from arrow. Palms next to the foot and step the back foot in. Bring arms up overhead. Reach and step your right leg back into warrior one. A little vinyasa to loosen up. And pause. Holding your pose, standing your ground, bringing left hand over the sternum or your chest, right hand over the low abdomen, thumb at the navel. And once again, just collect what it is you want more of in your life or what you want to let go of. What is at the hearth of your soul? And then bring your arms back and thrust it out into the universe, sending it out, and then bringing your arms into arrow so that what you're sending out is going to come back to you, manifested in a form of some sort. And bring palms into prayer hands. Come into prayer twist on the other side. And bring your palms down next to your foot. Step the foot back Let your knees down. Come down sitting on your heels. And just loosen up in your shoulders, circle them around. They should be fairly warm at this point. So reverse your circles. Now the next time you bring them up to your ears, hold them and press your head back, contracting, squeezing out anything else that might be lurking there, that doesn't belong there, that's not you. And then taking a breath. Exhale and drop your shoulders down. Let your head come forward and feel the relaxing sensation. And lift your head. Bring your arms around behind you. Interlace your fingers this time and stretch your arms away. Open the chest. Open where the hearth of your soul resides within you. Breathe. Lift your arms. Take your head back. Contract. Now, bend forward. Bring the hairline of your head down onto the floor. Lift your arms and then lift up onto the top of your head in yoga mudra. Let your arms relax overhead. Now let go of your arms. Reach for the outer edge of your feet. You may need to adjust your head a little bit, but hold on to your feet and then arch your back up, rounding it up, I should say, lifting up into rabbit. Navel to spine. And now lower down. Let your hips come down onto your heels. Lift up a little bit. Excuse me. Separate your heels, your feet, separate them outside your hips. If you don't have enough mat, just come forward. We're going to lie down. We want to keep our knees as close together as they'll stay, and then relax down into a stretch for our thighs. And you can bring your arms up overhead, hold on to your elbows, and relax in your thighs. Breathe. And release your arms. Just press down on your elbows and then your palms and lift up. Lift your hips and bring one foot forward so that you can sit and let your legs out in front. Shake out your knees and then relax down for Shavasana. Down onto your back. Take your attention to your heart. It can be your physical heart, it can be your sternum, your chest, just whatever represents your heart energy, the hearth of your soul. The blessings for which we hunger are not to be found in other places or people. These gifts can only be given to you by yourself. They are at home at the hearth of your soul. Now allow a positive feeling to bubble up from that hearth of your soul, generate it and intensify it. And now come back from your depths, back to the surface of the third dimension, the physical. Feel your body, any sensations you notice. Feel the floor underneath you. Hear any sounds in the room. Hear any sounds in the distance. Bring some little moves into your hands and feet. You might want to take your head side to side. We didn't really do that during class. And then slide your feet together. Lift your knees to your chest. Pull your knees in for a stretch. And roll to one side and come up into sitting. Going to suggest Ganesh Mudra. Just bring your palms together. Turn your right fingertips forward and your left fingertips towards the other elbow. Slide your hands into Ganesh Mudra, creating a fist. We'll think of it as a fist right now, an obstacle. And if anything came to you around your hearth of your soul, your heart's desire, things that you want to change, take in a deep breath and just unwrap your hands and send them out into the universe. And then bring them together and turn your hands the other direction. So your left fingers will come towards your right fingers will come to the left elbow. Slide your hands, hook your fingers. Think about what it is, what obstacle is in the way of your joy, movement forward, wherever you want to be. Taking a breath and poof, out into the universe. And then palms into Anjali Mudra, sealing in the benefits of our practice and the energetic work and the visuals that you worked with today. And may all the things that you desire, which are from your soul and your connection to Source, see them as important enough to take steps for yourself. Namaste, everybody. Thank you for being here.
Have fun.
Thank you.
Heck, you can even have.
Thank you for being there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See everyone.
It is.
Thanks for your travel, Sheila.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes, safe travels. Yep. Thank you.
Yeah. Hi, everybody who is working with the recording. I just wanted to let you know if you have friends that would like to form a practice of your own with me, a class, if you will, and we can address things that you want to work on in your yoga practice, your meditation, anything that would help you in these trying times. If there's anything that you'd like to do, we can arrange a time. So just let me know. You can send me a message in the comments box, and please like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already, and enjoy. Namaste.